Good evening.
Evening.
Welcome to the Liberty County Board of Commissioners regular monthly meeting. We do meet twice a month as for the audits, whether you're in person or you're joining us through social media. We meet twice a month. The first Tuesday and the third Thursday. First Tuesday, 6 o'clock, third Thursday at 5 o'clock. You're welcome to attend either in person or via social media. So we're happy to have you. And I am convinced that if you just tune in just from time to time, you'll have the opportunity to really see what goes on and how we come to the decisions that we make here at this podium. It's not as easy as it appears a lot of times, and sometimes before we get here, a lot of work is going on behind the scenes to make our decisions. So just know that, keep that in mind. Once again, I do remind you too that we do have committee appointments we make from time to time. Those are advertised on our website. Those advertised on our Facebook page also, and I encourage the citizens, if you're interested in a committee appointment, look at those, call, come by and find out what the position requires, because sometimes we find out that people apply for certain positions, then it's not what they really thought it was. There's no glamour in it, you know. And of course, attendance is very important also, so please, by all means, explore the committee appointments that are available. And I will say this, I know the city of Hinesville also has a committee appointment. It makes what you have to speak directly to the city council persons for those positions. But ours are advertised in local news media as well as our website and social media. Just want to say that for you all. Mr. Brown, has the meeting been properly advertised?
Yes, sir, it has.
Thank you, sir. I see evidence thereof. Good to see press here. At this time, as our agenda calls, item number 3, we stand for our prayer pledge of allegiance. Bishop Kevin Bittman, lead us in our prayer and our pledge. Welcome to you, sir.
Good evening, Brother Chairman, and to all of our commissioners, citizens, let us pray. Our Father and our God, we want to take a moment and thank you for this opportunity that we have to be a part of this day that you have made. We're thankful for our county. Thank you for all of our citizens. Thank you for all of our elected officials. We pray that you'll continue to bless us, keep us, cover us in your own divine way. And for this, we will give you glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right, awards and recognitions. Liberty County 4-H, Mr. Aaron Hendricks, you have some distinguished-looking young people with you.
Good evening, Chairman and Board of Commissioners, and thank you for allowing us the time and the opportunity to come to the meeting this evening. I just wanted to bring to your attention a couple of our really bright stars that competed in a competition called District Project Achievement. District Project Achievement is a competition where 7th through 12th graders, they choose any topic that they would like, and they have to put together a speech, sometimes up to 12 minutes to an audience of people. And they compete against other children in our district, which is 39 other counties. And so we brought 8 students with us in February to compete in this project. They all did an amazing job, and I just wanted to recognize those. There's 7 of them here today with me. So when I call your name, if you wouldn't mind just raising your hand and stepping up for us. Jayla Johnson, she attends Lewis Frazier Middle School, and she competed in the fruits, vegetables, and nuts category and received honorable mention. Kira Keating, she competed in the cat care category, and she placed 3rd. Daisy Clay from Liberty County High School, she competed in the performing arts drama category. She placed 1st, and she's actually going to be moving on to a state competition in the summertime. So she went to the state competition last year. You may recognize Daisy from other, previous presentations.
We saw that coming. Right. We saw that coming.
So we're very, very proud of her. This is her last year, so she's trying to go out with a bang.
Can she stay another year?
Missing is Jared Harriman. He's also from Liberty County High School. He placed 2nd in the environmental science category. And then we have 3 people from Midway Middle School. So Scarlett Mikomsky, She placed third in the Performing Arts Other Instrumental category. She played her clarinet, so that was really cool. Madeline West, she's also from Midway Middle. She placed second in the Performing Arts Dance category. Delaney Worley Bush, she is also from Midway Middle, and she competed in the General Recreation category and was an honorable mention. And then to round out the group, we have Kira Moore from Snelson Golden Middle School, and she competed in the Workforce Preparation and Career Development category.
Oh, wow.
And won third place. So we're really excited for this group. As you can tell, most of them are in 7th grade, so that means they have a lot of time to continue to grow and develop and compete as well. So maybe they can get up to Daisy's level. I also want to thank Miss Gypsy Tart and also Miss Mary Clay. They also help out a whole lot. I know you all are familiar with Miss Gypsy, and Miss Mary is, of course, Daisy's mother and has been a huge support. So really proud of this group of young people and excited for what they're going to do in the future.
Commissioners, I'm sorry, let me.
Well, I was going to say, I know you usually ask for a photo op, so, I'm not going to let that walk out without a photo, but go ahead, sir.
Well, we'll do that too. We'll do that too. I was going to let my commissioners, if they want to congratulate these young people, going to allow them an opportunity to do so.
Mr. Chairman, did you want to start that in? You want to start? Mr. Chairman, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of these young folks. You got a fairly large group with you here tonight, and then you have several that are not here, so that's a good group for Liberty County, and I appreciate the fact that you bring them before us, let us know and give us a heads up of what all's going on over there. I was in 4-H when I was their age, but but anyway, that's a great, great state program, and I applaud each of y'all. Please stay in the program. That's all I have.
I just want to say congratulations to each and every one standing here, out there. It takes courage to stand up and do certain things, to play an instrument, and whatever else, but keep and stay focused.
I'd like to say congratulations to all of you. It's a new chapter. I know you've been involved with a lot of things here, and other students idolize you, and I think what you've done is you've opened the door up for folks to see that there's no need to be shy. You need to move forward. So congratulations, and good luck to you in whatever you try to do.
Congratulations. I was glad when you said from 7th to 12th grade. 'Cause I think my grandkids are in 4-H. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter, she's in 5th grade. She was talking about the trip to Rock Eagle, which should be sometime this summer. But congratulations. I think my grandson is in 4-H as well. So yeah, congratulations, and just continue to strive forward. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate everyone present on the achievements that y'all have accomplished. Keep up the good work and wish you well in the future.
I guess it's on me now. To all the students, congratulations to you all for participating in this great event. Myself, I've participated in numerous years, and believe it or not, I still have those trophies at my mom's house. I had the opportunity to participate and go to Rock Eagle numerous times. Of course, my son participates with 4-H as well. 4-H is the foundation, a great foundation for you, to be able to have the opportunity to, with public speaking and just talk about the things that you really love and cherish. So congratulations to every last one of y'all, and looking forward to seeing you all next year. Thank you.
I'm not sure what the amount is that the county contributes to 4-H, but it certainly is money well spent. when I try to tell the citizen, where my taxes go, look at them. This is where some of your tax monies go. And these young people go out and do very well and represent our county very well, and I'm glad it's a cross-section from all the schools, it appears. So I'm proud of you all. Some of us just, I hope it doesn't sound political, but it's true from my heart. Some of us just qualified to run again for office, and your being here today is a great motivation to do that. It's a great motivation to do that. So, but you all are our investment, and it's good to see you all do so well and bring dividends to Liberty County. And I gotta finish, you know what I'm gonna say? You make me Liberty County proud. You make me Liberty County proud. Give them a hand again, everybody. While he's talking, you'll bring him up this way and we'll arrange for that photo op.
And Mr. Chair, just one more thing, just in case my aunt is listening or watching on Facebook. She's a retired extension agent from Chatham County. So just in case you're watching, thank you.
So proud of y'all. Good job. Parents, thank you. Thank you for backing these young people. That means a lot, too. They have to have some parental support, so thank you for being there for these young people, as well as their leaders. Now, somebody has to come up here. Come in a little bit. Come in a little bit. You know they can't see you back there.
Can you see everybody's face? Can you see the little lady? Okay, I got them. I got them all. I got them all. If I can see them, I can shoot them. All right. Want to count them on, Chefs? All right. I'm going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get another. 1, 2, 3.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations, young people. We'll shake hands with you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Want to go back?
Now, next is the perennial award winner. But you got a tough act to follow this time, Dr. Bell.
And I'm so happy that we do. I'm so happy and proud of them. Got my backup with me today.
I'm missing Miss Lewis.
She's out of town.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, Commissioners. I'm happy to be standing here because we're here to let you know of something that we have done. Not that we're going to do, that we normally come and talk about an event. But Keep Liberty Beautiful won the 2023 Governor's Circle Award for their, our outstanding achievement. Banner here. For our outstanding achievement that we do for Liberty County in beautification and environmental events. And it comes from Keep Georgia Beautiful Foundation. And I just wanted to read how we got it. We had to certify and being in good standing with Keep America Beautiful. And that's the national nonprofit that oversees the program. And then we have to be certified and in good standing with Keep Georgia Beautiful Foundation. So it's not something we can just get because we are out there. You have to earn this award, and that's why it's very special to us. Keep Liberty Beautiful, our board, these are our board members, and I'll introduce them in a minute. And the staff, we just like to say thank you to all the community partners that we had and the residents that help us keep Liberty County proud and beautiful. We want everyone to know that they can be a part of this by volunteering to keep Liberty beautiful. We have our upcoming countywide 2024 Great American Cleanup. The county cleanup, or the countywide right now, is April the 27th, and the city of Midway is March 23rd. All the cleanup starts at 9 a.m. and at 12. And we also would like to invite you to our Earth Day celebration. It's a day that we can celebrate the earth, and a way that we get to learn while disguising of having fun. So, and that's on April the 19th from 3:30 to 6:30. Another reason that we're here is because Keep Liberty Beautiful just keep on winning, and we're so happy that we are the winners of the 2023 Trailblazer of Tomorrow Award for the communities with population of up to 100,000. And the way that we got that is with our projects and partnerships for our From the Sky to the Ground project. And that's where we introduce to the seniors, youth, and any residents, matter of fact, that wanted to learn about garden or planting. Last year, we planted over 1,000 trees. This year, in 2 months, we already planted here in Liberty County 1,300 trees. I don't know about y'all, but I think that deserves. And we're going to keep on going. But that's why we got the Trailblazer. We will pick that up in May at the Keep Georgia Beautiful Awards. And we're looking forward. It's right down there in Jekyll Island, so we're looking forward to that. But we just wanted you to know that your board, the ones that you picked that to work for Liberty County, is working. And we're looking forward to more support from y'all, and we are going to give you all that we have. So I would like for them, if that's okay, for them just to introduce themselves.
Certainly.
All right.
Hi, I'm Joey Simmons.
Mr. Simmons.
I work for the Public Works Department.
I thought I knew you.
Hello, I'm Millie Wilson. I'm the volunteer for Liberty County Proud.
Proud. Miss Girl Scout.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hayes, Mayor of Wantarville. I've been a volunteer for many years and enjoy it.
And I asked them to do that so you know we have a variety of people that's on our board. And that's what we like, because we get ideals from everybody and not just one certain group. It's from all walks of life in Liberty County. And that's what we want, because we want to serve everybody in Liberty County.
And you do well.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations again. Now, would you like a photo op?
We sure do with our award.
Well, come on up then.
Oh, we get to come on up.
I like to have this schedule because every time I look for Joey, he says he's in a meeting. Just send me your schedule.
Come on down. Come on,
Just a little bit.
bring it down.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, move over, Eddie.
Keep Liberty Beautiful.
I thought y'all was going to say beat Hinesville.
Congratulations again.
Excuse me, sir.
Congratulations again. Keep Liberty Beautiful. You keep winning over and over and over again. There was no let up since the change. How many years now, Dr. Bell, have you been the CEO of Keep Liberty Beautiful? How many?
2018, been volunteering since 2007.
Yeah, I know it's been a long time. took over a great program, and you have taken it to the next level. Congratulations, congratulations. All righty. New business, our minutes will require our approval, minutes from February 6th and 15th.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion for approval of the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second, we approve the minutes from February the 6th and 15th. Any further discussion? All in favor, show of hands, please. Minutes are approved. Thank you. Date fund request, Major Bill Kirkendall.
He's coming, and we did receive a request from the sheriff's office to utilize drug abuse treatment and education funds in the amount of $5,000, and we have checked for the purposes for which it's proposed, and it does meet all the requirements. So, and the money is in the fund.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Chair, you need a motion? I'm messing with you. Let's expedite it.
Bill, how long have I known you? You,
I'd be dating you if I tell you. But I don't. It's been a long time, sir.
every time I see Bill, he's up here wanting money.
This is for a great cause. This is for the kids.
I know, I'm just, the old man said to tell you hello. So.
Okay, great. So the Chance program started by Sheriff Bowman is an attempt to get our message of education and resistance out to our kids at an early age. So it targets fifth graders. The reason it starts in the schools at that age is they're still open to getting the message that we're trying to send. CHAMP seeks to engage them and educate them about bullying, the drugs that are out there, ways to say no. You know, they're exposed every time they sit down with that smartphone in the evening. They are exposed to everything the world has to offer. And as parents, we do the best we can, but we also have a lot to offer for in our schools. To that end, we started off this program kind of slow just to make sure we could get it off the ground. We graduated 136 students the first time around. This time around, we have 630 students in our classes, and they're in week 9 of a 12-week program. So what we're requesting the funds for is for the T-shirts, the giveaways, the trophies, the erasers, the pencils, the things that we hand out to these children to keep them engaged in this program and to keep them coming back and learning the message that we're trying to educate them on. The Sheriff's Office has already spent funds on this project, and we would appreciate the additional funds so we can continue this worthwhile project.
All right, so very well explained. Any questions from Mr. Major Kirkendall?
I guess, 2 questions real quick. So you were saying that it's a 12-week program?
Yes, sir.
So do they meet after school or?
No, sir, they meet at 1 hour, 1 time a week in the classroom, and they set aside time for that in the curriculum.
Okay, so basically it's every 5th grader?
Every 5th grader, that's our target audience. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
right. So, I mean, do they have to sign up or is just almost like an automatic?
We send home a permission slip
Okay.
to make sure that their parents are okay with them participating, and once they have that signed permission slip, then they go ahead and enter into the program.
So it's pretty much 100%?
We're close to 100%.
100%, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and so they meet 1 hour
Yes, sir.
out of the week for 12 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is this sort of like, because I know in the past I've reached out, because I know whenever I was coming up, we had the D.A.T.E program. So is this sort of like the D.A.T.E program, I guess, I don't want to say on steroids because that's drugs, but basically it's all encompassing. Because I know when we were coming up, it was just about the drugs, but I heard you were discussing about like the bullying and stuff. So is that basically just a new formation of sort of like the D.A.T.E program?
It's kind of a continuation on the D.A.T.E program. The D.A.T.E program kind of fell off to the wayside a little bit. That program was sponsored by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. I was an instructor in 96 and 97 in that program.
Now you're trying to date me. But it's fine.
So it's been around a little while.
You brought it up, didn't you?
So the Georgia Sheriff's Association has got together and they've developed the CHAMPS program to kind of freshen it up and to target today's youth to get the message out because the message changes over the years and you got to stay current.
Right. Good job.
Chair, you need a motion?
Need a motion?
Chair, I'll make a motion that we grant the amount requested by the Liberty County Sheriff's Department CHAMP
Second.
program.
Yes, sir.
That amount is, matter of record, is $5,000. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, show of hands, please. Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and I'll forego the picture, sir. I know you were a busy man, so. Y'all have a good evening.
Man, I wanted the picture.
But quite honestly, I'm reminded when you present and you talk about fifth grade board members, if you don't know, there are more and more, not just this program, but there are more and more reaching into the lower grades to work with young people at a much earlier age than we used to. Even when it comes to career choices, they're now going into to elementary schools. So young people start at an early age thinking about what they might want to pursue. Workforce development, and then I told Dr. Perry, I didn't tell him, but we discussed the other day that we had an industry that was here, and they had looked at our third grade reading scores, you know. So all those things are very important. So I think this program and others are very well in tune where we need to be working with the young people at a much earlier age, because they're so smart, you know. And then you want to get them to, you know, while they're young and tender, and preferably they'll carry these tactics all the way with them through adult life. So appreciate what you do. Appreciate what you do. Mr. Ricketson, how are you, sir?
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Chairman Lovett, members of the commission. We have one item for you this evening. This has been advertised as a public hearing. It's a variance request. It's been asked by Coastal EMC.
Okay. Chair, entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. All right.
Thank you, sir. Okay, as I said, this is a request for a sign variance by Coastal Electric Cooperative to exceed the allowable area for a digital sign, a digital message sign. They're allowed, your ordinance allows them to have a sign of 50 square feet. They would like to exceed that by 10 square feet for a total of 60 square foot sign. They're replacing their entire sign that's been there for about 45 years, since I think 79 or 80. So they're wanting to rebrand and add another company that they've added on to their company. They've started Coastal Fiber, and they want to add that to the sign as well. This property is located at 1265 South Coastal Highway in unincorporated Liberty County. It's right next door to your county maintenance shop.
Yes, sir.
And here's the picture of the sign that they're wanting to replace. That's our sign there on Coastal Highway, just showing that this public hearing is being held, and the ad in the Coastal Courier. And this is the location, Coastal Highway, Bacontown Road, just outside the city limits of Midway. This is your county shop. This is the new EMS building out here. So it's the Coastal EMC building. Y'all should be familiar with that. Property is zoned C3. It's red. You can see everything around it is more or less agriculturally zoned, but that property is zoned C3. This is their narrative. It just basically says that they're changing out their sign for the first time in 45 years, and they're going to have a bigger sign because they've got Coastal Electrical Cooperative and the Coastal Fiber that they want to add to that, but they also want to have a digital sign so they can make public community announcements of things of importance, kind of like the youth stuff that you've been recognizing this evening.
Can I congratulate the 4-H?
Yeah, that kind of community message. So we do have Mr. Mark Bolden from Coastal here, and he will be available to answer any specific questions, but this is their narrative. And this is just a picture of their plat. This is the frontage on Bacontown Road. This is the frontage on Coastal Highway. They've got plenty of frontage there with their overall property. And you can see their building in the background, the sign that they're wanting to replace. They're going to put the sign back in the same spot, use the same electrical wiring supply for that. And this is just a picture of the sign. They want to have this is a static sign here that will be much like the existing sign as far as just, it's not, this is the reader, the digital part of it. This is just a static sign. So it'll have Coastal Electrical Cooperative there and Coastal Fiber on that same sign, and then a little Touchstone Energy thing. I think that might be one of their partner companies. And then you can see just the side views of it as well. The overall, the whole thing is 10 feet off of the ground, which is well within what the ordinance allows. The ordinance would allow a 20-foot tall sign. They're not interested in one that big. But overall, this area of this sign is going to be about 150 square feet, and the ordinance allows 200 square feet. So the overall area is not what they're asking for. They're just asking for this digital part to be 10 square feet bigger than what the ordinance allows. And this is an interesting photo. They got this from their sign provider there. You can see here, that's the new sign superimposed on the existing sign. So you can see exactly how much bigger it will be in comparison to the existing sign. And of course, it will have that digital reader board on it that's not currently on the current sign. And the conditions for granting this variance, there's no hardships involved here. They just simply would like to have the digital sign and have a bigger digital sign so that they can project some community interest messages there on this highway that has a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. So, a little bit bigger sign so you can actually read that. We have determined, we've looked at all the conditions here, and we don't think that this will cause any substantial detriment to the public good. Planning Commission heard this request at their February the 20th meeting, and they recommend approval with standard conditions. And I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have, and Mr. Bolton is also here from
We want the
Coastal.
chance to drill Mr. Bolton. Let him come to the podium, please. Hello, sir. Just wanted to speak to your request, sir.
Chairman Lovett, thank you so much, and for the commissioners. He answered everything that I was going to say, and everything I thought I might add to it.
If you don't mind, state your name for the record.
You just said, well, my name is Mark Bolton. I came to work at Coastal Electric Cooperative 43 years ago, and that sign greeted me whenever I moved to Hinesville on August 4th, 1980, and drove out to Coastal to report to work, and that sign greeted me 43 years ago. Of course, we're a customer-owned electric cooperative, and we're kind of unique in the business is that we're not trying to advertise to get more customers, and we're not trying to advertise to sell more product. But the digital sign is a nice way to communicate with our customers. We give scholarships, technical college scholarships, academic scholarships to high school students. We send 6 students to Washington, D.C., more than any other electric cooperative in the state of Georgia. We have teachers who apply for Bright Ideas grants. So we use this sign to kind of elevate these people to celebrity status. We have some employees that are veterans, so on Veterans Day, we put their picture and maybe where they served. The Christmas parade, the Dr. Martin Luther King parade, things like that of a community nature. It will never, ever be sold to anybody for any advertising. It will never, ever be used for any sort of political endorsement. We might tell you to register to vote. We might tell you when to vote, but that's 2 things that you'll never see. It's just a community bulletin board. We have a little sign in Richmond Hill that we bought an old bank building there. And of course, it's time and temperature. And we struggle really hard to get a message in that sign in Richmond Hill. So this is a horizontal format. It's a nice proportion, we think. The 60-foot just sort of makes the proportions work right. People, as you said, drive by at 55, 60 miles an hour. Most of these signs you see are at a traffic light in a city, so you're there reading the sign while it's changing, but here, you've got about 3 seconds. But if you'll consider that variance, we really would appreciate it, Chairman Lovett and Commissioners.
Any questions for Mr. Bolton?
I just got, Mark,
Yes, sir.
that's still your voice on the recording?
And I had bronchitis that day, too. Yes. Long after I'm gone from Coastal Electric, you may hear that voice that says, I won't do it now.
But the only question I have,
Yes, sir.
the wind tolerance of the sign, I'm quite sure it's going to be like we have high wind. It's not going to have any effect on that sign, is it?
The quick answer is no, sir, but there is a drawing from Doug Bean Signs, who was a sign maker, that talks about the amount of concrete. And we'll actually use our electric augers to drill the holes, put the concrete, the cages. To give you an example, we put up those 110-foot poles out at exit 76, those lights on the interstate.
Yeah, and they are.
We know how to do it.
Yeah, okay. Just don't hit the power wire now, yeah?
That's right, sir.
Okay. Jim?
Mark, I was thinking, Joey, maybe there may be a time that the county could use, say if we're having a town hall or evacuation, those kind of things.
Absolutely, and that is what we told the city of Richmond Hill whenever they had to also give a permit. But that's exactly the very thing that we had in mind with it. Fire department fundraisers, anything like that. Yes, absolutely.
Fire department opening?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's complete your presentation, sir?
Sure.
All right, then Chair, entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we grant this variance to Coastal Electric.
Public hearing? You want to come out before we vote, Joey? We vote.
Oh,
No, sir, you're good.
Okay, all right.
I made
Is there
a
a second?
Second?
Motion and second that we approve the variance request as presented. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being a community partner. All in favor, by show of hands, please. Yeah. Motion passes. Thank you, sir. What's the, when do you plan to have it installed?
Going to start tomorrow.
Okay.
No, it'll be, a week or so. We've got to demolish this sign, put up a temporary sign.
Okay.
It'll be soon.
We'll be watching.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Chairman, he mentioned the community interest things, and you mentioned town hall meetings. We're, just since you happen to mention that, put this in everybody's
lead-in, huh?
seat. This is a meeting that we're having coming up 2 weeks from Monday on March 25th at Fleming Baptist Church. It's our second of 12 community planning meetings. I would just want to bring that to your attention. We're trying to promote that as much as we can, so I appreciate you encouraging folks in your area to come to this meeting. This area, this Fleming area, has portions of Mr. Stevens' district and Mr. Jones' district and Mr. Walden's district. It's an area along both sides of Leroy Cofer Highway and Freeman Grove Road. That entire is kind of a rural area. First area we started in was Flemington. There's been a lot of change there. There's really not been as much change in the Fleming area, so there won't be as much to cover, but we will definitely be having that meeting there. So I just wanted to pitch that meeting for you.
Give us an overview of your Flemington Town Hall, how'd that go, sir?
It was good. We had about 20 people there. Hazard was there, and we had some other city councilmen there and some community members there, and we had a good bit of discussion. We talked about all the change that's happened in Flemington over the last 10 years since we had the last plan, and that's probably the area with the most change in the county.
All right, we look forward to March 25th at Fleming Baptist Church.
Sure. Thank you,
sir. Procurement, 2 ambulances.
Just need to go back in a regular session. We can,
Chair,
I'm
take a
sorry.
motion to go out of.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. Thank you, Joey. Okay.
Good evening. How are you? Back in January, myself and Deputy Director Jean Long and Mr. Mosley, we met to create a RFP to send out for bidding for an ambulance. 5 years ago, when we would do this, we could anticipate sending in those POs for those ambulances, and we would have those delivered or picked up within 4 months. Because now we're looking at 18 months build-out time for ambulances, I then suggested, well, maybe we should look at getting 2, requesting 2, because of the long build time for these. We sent in the RFP. That RFP closed last month, and we came back with only one bid submitted. That was Custom Works. It's a vendor that we have used several times in the past, and that bid came in for one ambulance for $325,000, a little over $325,000 for one ambulance now. That's a significant increase since the last purchase of an ambulance, which we anticipated. Again, that's bare bones. That's not stocked. We still need to stock those ambulances. And because of that long build time is why we recommended that we come and suggest that maybe we go for 2 of them. If we choose to do this and move forward with the purchase of these ambulances, we wouldn't anticipate seeing these ambulances until the 4th quarter of next year for those 2 ambulances. As it stands right now, the ambulances that we had placed on order last year for a remount, we're on schedule to be able to pick that up next month in April. And the purchase of the newest ambulance will finally be ready, is expected to be ready in May. So we're getting longer and longer. Again, 5 years ago, we could have them in 4 months. Now we're 18 months or longer.
Do this for me, if you will, for the listening audience. Tell them how this fits into your fleet and how you keep your fleet going and current, so that they'll understand.
Yes.
When you say 325, that's a. But tell them how it all fits.
It's disheartening, to say the least. However, because of these long build times now, it has put us in a predicament where we're having to keep our ambulances, our current ambulances, on the road a lot longer than we would like to. The idea is that we receive, in a perfect world, we would receive an ambulance a year, a new ambulance, and we would retire the oldest one in the fleet. We haven't been able to do that. We're trying to make these ambulances that we currently have run and in operational use. Currently, I have 4 what we call reserve units. I have 4 reserve units that are not in service right now because they need work maintained on them. That means if a current ambulance that is in service has a situation where it needs to go out, I don't have a spare unit for that truck right now. So this prevents us from putting Band-Aids on severe wounds on our ambulances. So as soon as we can get these new ambulances next month in May, hopefully we'll be able to retire our oldest trucks out of the fleet. But we haven't been able to keep up with that because of the long build times. It's just nothing we can do about that.
How many units you got now, Chris?
How many units total? Total, we have 9. So 5 are always in service and operational, and then 4 we have on our reserve status.
So, are you done, Commissioner?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, right. I was just trying to keep a tally as well on the amount of ambulances we have in our fleet. So we have 5 active. And then,
5 active,
and we have-
meaning they're staffed to run daily operations.
Right, and then we have 4 in reserve.
Mhm.
And then we have 4 additional ones that need work.
No, those 4 reserved
Need work.
need work to be operational and to be able to be used.
Okay. Like, what type of work?
One is a complete engine. One is a airbag suspension that assists with the lift system. And the other one is a brake module.
Okay. Have we ran numbers on?
I'm sorry, and then there's the 4th one, which was our oldest truck in the fleet. It's the teal one that we still are holding on to. It needs lights.
It needs lights?
Mm.
Oh, okay. So, have we looked into getting the price on the repairs for those? 'Cause
Oh, yes, they are, yes, we are repairing those.
Okay.
But it's not easy
Right.
fixes that, I mean, we're having trouble finding a brake module. That could be months until we get that one.
Okay.
The one with the engine, we looked at pricing that to have that repaired, and we're knowing that we have the new units coming, it cost effectively doesn't make sense to invest that money into there when we know we have a new truck coming next month, as well as for May. But I didn't want to just completely push it to the side in worst case scenario if we
I
have
understand
to
you
go.
correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, not only do they need maintenance, they also have high mileage on them.
Right.
Absolutely, yes.
Right, and that's what I was getting to as well. So, do you have in the fleet, what's the highest mileage ones?
Over 350,000.
And how about the lowest? Do you know?
Probably looking at
Right,
over
'cause-
100,000.
And we got those last year, right?
Mhm.
We
We
got
had
those
two
probably
last year.
2
About 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
In June last
Yeah,
year.
maybe so.
Was the last, but the one we would have picked up in June would have been ordered in 2021. Would have been the one that we ordered in 2021.
Yeah.
Because we pretty much stay on track at the same
Right.
time every year, and you know, you all bless us with approval of ordering that one, but
Right.
by the time we get them,
Right.
we're a year and a half to 2 years out.
Yeah.
Are we still doing transports out
No,
of? Okay,
no, very,
Very
very
little?
few, far between,
okay.
Yeah, that has been vastly improved.
which will assist in keeping our mileage down
Yeah.
significantly over the next
You
couple of years.
picking up what I'm putting down.
And
Here we go.
Commissioners,
Thank you.
I'm just going to say this, you know how, I heard Crystal say they try to keep some around, I mean, just in case, you know. But we all know, I learned this working in healthcare. I should tell my staff, they would do things, I'm just trying to help the patient out, I said, but if something goes wrong,
Right.
it's a whole different story. So
Right.
it's good to keep them around, but we know we need to rotate them off, because if you pick up somebody and there's something that happens, I'm not sure the public could be so forgiving.
Yeah, if we still can use them, they would be ideal in situations where we might set up for PRs or something like that, use them for event coverage and stuff, so I hate to just disown a complete, possibly usable
Yeah.
unit.
But if they're sitting, the longer they sit, it's sort of like your used car that you have in
Exactly.
your driveway. After a while, you just don't start driving a new one, and that one's on sit. So if we need to get rid of it, then
Mr. Chairman,
I was going to ask, Crystal, whenever you get the 2 new ones, is it possible 2 of those 4 are going to rotate off?
Yes, that
Okay.
is.
And I'm
that's
glad to hear
the
that you're
hope. That
doing
is the
cost
goal.
feasible. If it's not feasible to get them fixed, then, don't spend the money. If we've got 5 in use and you're able to cover the county. So I'm sure you know that. And
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone knows that. So, okay.
Mr. Walden?
Well,
Sorry.
I'm glad Commissioner Thrift added that in. We had at one time 5, and Commissioner Stevens can probably speak to this as good as anybody, and we had the nursing home and Liberty Regional. That's basically what we seen before you were here, Crystal. Now, how many, we got the nursing home, we've got the immediate care at the industrial park, at least 3 immediate cares in Hinesville, and a new hospital, and we're still not keeping up with transporting them. I mean, we don't have, it's no closer to Savannah than what it was, years ago. So it may be time, instead of getting to start looking at budgeting, 3 or 4. There's nothing like riding in one and it shut off. If you don't think that'll bring you back, get in it. Get in it. But I'm serious. That's something that we,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna buy us a dump truck and there ain't nothing in it alive.
There'll be some bad PR you'll never get over.
No, and not sure if we had an opportunity to share this, but at the end of last year, we closed out the year just under 9,000 calls, medical calls ran for the entire county. Included a couple mutual aid calls that we responded to outside our county. So, I mean, although we saw the decrease with the transfers, our call volume increased because our actual medical response, request for response, increased. So although
Crystal, we are counting now of approximately 70,000 people now in Liberty County, Georgia.
But it's nice to be able to manage those that need us in the county.
You got a helicopter crew that's working there too, so, I mean, I'd say that we need to put somebody, at least 3 commissioners where you wouldn't have a quorum to sit down and see what's gonna be best with input from some of these folks. I know 3 weeks ago I had, one show up and there was 3 gentlemen there. They were professional. They knew exactly, what needed to be done to get the patient out, and we didn't have that for years. I mean, they rode around here in something from Carter's Funeral Home. and I'm not telling you.
I appreciate
that's the way
that.
it was. That's the only transportation there was here. So, we've got new patrol cars, new fire trucks, new buildings. We need to go ahead and move on that. Commissioner Thrift's on the.
I'm on that.
And I mean,
Hospital
and just
board.
another piece of information, as I'm sure you all are aware, but because we're an ambulance service, we are monitored by the state, and we do have to meet the requirements. The ambulances have to meet requirements, and that includes down to the seat cushions in the truck. So when the seat cushions are worn, that's something the state's looking at. So it's little things that you would let go on your own car and not make a concern. It's a big issue for the ambulance, unfortunately. So
It's the same road that they used 40 years ago. It's the same road they're using today, so. You go into Savannah, you go in one way. You might go to 95, but you typically will go 17, but.
well, now I have a whole nother problem. I have a good problem. I got all the staff. Now I need the trucks. Before, I had all the trucks, but if we didn't have the staff.
Hold on to the staff.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
But I think, Mr. Chairman, piggybacking on what Commissioner Wallen said, is that we do try to order at least 2 a year. So this is 2, so we're trying to keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, when you picked my husband up in November, he said, he told your driver that was a smooth ride. He didn't even feel the sewer pothole coming into.
Oh, 196? That was a good ride.
That
was a good ride right there.
He said, I didn't even feel it.
It was in your district, Connie.
That's a good ride.
It was smooth,
But you make me
he
think,
said.
there's no way to order 2.5, so if you're gonna up it, and Joe, we doing this general fund?
Sales tax.
Sales tax.
Has a certain allocation in there for it, right?
Yeah, thank God for sales tax once again.
Amen. Because
Thank
these
you.
prices are
I
going
really
up.
and truly think that it's something that, I mean, we talked about it 15 minutes, about the growth.
Yeah.
And it's, until we get all the pine trees cut down, we're gonna continue to have that. And, ambulance is a cheap thing when you need it, so.
Yeah. Now, Joe,
That's just my feelings on it. I mean, everybody's just got their own. I just,
accurate feelings. Only one bid.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No one else.
And I think that might have had some influence to deal with, because some of the things that we had on that RFP, they might not be able to meet those
Provided.
deadlines, which is fair.
Okay.
But, because I know with our last ambulance that we did get approval for and had ordered, our preference is a Dodge, and that's what we put in for, but they came back and said, I'm sorry, we can't. So we had to, we had to settle on a Chevy.
So the market is limited.
It'll be our first Chevy,
Well, what now?
a Chevy.
oh, what?
Guaranteed to get good service out of it.
Yeah, so what we had seen in the past is that they send in the bid, but then we have to be
Right.
a little transparent and
Mr. Chair, you ready
Play
for a
around.
motion?
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for, explaining it, because I'm on this kick now for everybody to explain. So I want the public, because they just don't understand sometimes why we do what we do, how things come about. So thank you
Right.
for sharing, so they get to see exactly what the processes are. 2 ambulances, $325,000, that sounds like a lot of money, but, to keep your fleet going, to be able to answer the calls, and we are a growing community, and we want to try to make sure we meet our response times, so all those things. And of course, you got the staff, so you need the staff to have the.
right, and our ambulances, they get regular maintenance every month.
Yeah,
So if I
so it's
have
not
an
like
ambulance in for maintenance, that's checking everything, including tires and all that. So I need an ambulance
Thank
to
you for
put
saying
that crew in
Yeah,
to.
Yeah, so it's not that
do
you're not
all that.
maintaining them, and just wear and tear.
Wear and tear, right.
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Entertain a
I
motion.
make a motion that we allow the contract with Custom Truck and Body. Am I correct?
Custom Works. Mhm.
Custom Works for $650,868.
How are we paying for it, sir?
Wash the brown penny.
That's how you say it. Is that second motion?
Second.
Motion second, we approve the bid, $650,868 from Custom Truck and Body Works. Is there any further discussion?
Is this how many more do we have that we're looking at getting on this particular splice?
So that's what I made a note to check. I believe we had $1 million allocated for the 4-year period in Splash 7.
So the only question I have is, I know the price of the ambulances are increasing, so do we need to look at that now or as soon as possible? Because, or can you just let us know what the
I
price
will.
was, the differential of the price from last year, whenever
Sure,
we,
be glad
to this
to.
year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, we might mess around, and Commissioner Walden, that additional ambulance, we might not be able to afford because of the price increase. Because obviously, it's not a lot of people being able to, options, so.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
That $650,000 quote, that's for 2 ambulances?
Right.
Correct.
That's for two.
Yes.
That's for two.
Well, when you figure that up to a GMC truck, a 3/4 ton is right at $80,000, and all you can haul around in it is sweet potatoes. So that's not a bad deal when you get to thinking about it. Especially when you got a pack of sweet potatoes like me.
All in favor of the motion? Motion passes. We'll say this, and if I'm wrong, replying to what Commissioner Frazier said, I think it works this way, Commissioner Frazier. If the ambulances are allotted for in SPLOST, but at the end of the day, but SPLOST has been very plentiful.
Absolutely.
So I think we should be okay with that. But if not, then we had to massage our SPLOST dollars to cover what needs to be covered.
Well, I know we're okay with these.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Right, right. I understand with these, but looking forward. Because the price of ambulances have increased. I think when I first got on it, well, we could get them for what, 150, 200,000?
I believe it was 150
Right.
3 years ago, yeah.
Right, we thought that was high, but now we're talking about 325, so it's just a
Chairman,
thought.
let's don't get off of this until we get it nailed down that, you know, you designate 2 or 3 people
I'm willing
to look at this. I think this is time well spent. I don't mind sitting on it, but, you know, there's other people that might be wanting to sit on it. Crystal, Commissioner Stevens. I mean,
I'll sit
it's,
on
and Commissioner Thrift. But
We'll let Commissioner Thrift chair it.
There's too many things that else we could do instead of nothing, and I don't want to do nothing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wow, Crystal, you winning tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
What, I just need some guidance on what the committee's gonna do. Do we just?
Look at our future ambulance needs.
Will it be one?
We'll allocate it with growth, future growth.
Do we keep it at 2 a year? Do we explore some other number?
Gotcha.
That's all.
And look at the,
is
also
it-
on that, Joey, you know, the home builders, where they're building at, that needs to be something considered along with purchasing them, where they're positioned at.
Yep, where they're positioned.
I mean, I know,
I agree.
you know, they're gonna be probably at different fire stations, but, you know, let's get a plan together and, you know, you write the check.
The other thing is the impact fee schedule that you're looking at will have a component built in for EMS.
Oh, good.
So
Okay, well,
that
that's a
will,
start.
as we work through that process.
Crystal is having a
that'll
good
be
night, isn't she?
Man, I'm telling you, look at it.
More employees?
You know, I see you had the one position at Salters. I saw one part of it at the Salters.
yeah,
Yeah, that's like a neutral zone.
Yeah, so I figured they
Go either way.
could go either way.
Yes.
Is that the
yes.
philosophy behind that?
Usually, if we're covering with just one, if everybody is on calls, then we'll
Uh-huh.
strategically move.
I
So our halfway
Good to see
point,
that.
so
I
to
saw
speak.
that. I saw that. I saw that.
Yes.
Thanks again.
Thank you very
You
much.
had a good night, Crystal.
You too, thank you.
All right, special event permit, Rotary Club.
It is. We have a special event permit submitted by Mr. Hassett Patel
Oh, let's drill him.
on
too,
behalf
man.
of the Hinesville Rotary Club. I know he'll elaborate, but I believe it's for the annual fishing tournament down at Sunbury.
Okay.
Did we vote on the thing? I know we seconded it, and then it went to discussion.
Mr. Chairman, we was gonna call a question. I know we got a motion and a second. Did we?
Did we vote on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we voted.
We did.
We did. We just had a lot of discussion.
Okay,
Yeah.
We did.
unanimous, then.
Yeah, I guess.
Good evening, Chairman and County Commissioners. My name is Hasid Patel. I'm here to represent the Rotary Club of Hinesville. We're trying to do a fundraiser, and we're just requesting for a permit to serve alcohol on that day.
And
What date is that?
That's a great question.
I mean,
It is April the 20th.
April 20th?
Yeah, Saturday.
And where will it be located at?
At Half Moon Marina.
You did it before, didn't you?
Yeah, we did it last year, or August or something.
April 3rd?
Half Moon Marina.
20th.
Going way in the hole.
Gotta be careful at the water.
Yeah. You fall over the cliff, that's it.
Chair, entertain a motion.
Yes, Mr.
So
Chairman.
moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I I just wanted to ask for something. I didn't even think about, let's just vote.
Yeah, all in favor, show your hands.
Win and win, we got it.
Thank you, Hazard.
Thank you.
What the word-
And I think the best location for the ambulance would be at McClary's Cove. I mean,
Wonder why?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. That's always a traffic jam right there.
Yeah, no lobbying allowed. You didn't come in that capacity tonight. All right. G.O.S.A.C. appointment.
Yes, sir, this is a quiz for what that acronym stands
Yeah.
for from last time.
Yeah.
So I'll look to see. It is Georgia Opioid Settlement Advisory Council, the G.O.S.A.C. This is what we discussed last time about a recommendation for a person to be considered for a position on that regional council. So whoever's name you put forward will be submitted along with the other counties in the region, and then the regional board will decide who represents actually the region on the council. This is a recommendation to be considered, basically.
And do we have some perspective, a prospective representative?
You had asked me to check to see who we had. I think I might have emailed you this information that currently sits on the Behavioral Disorder Board. There are two representatives there. One is Miss Natalie Hines and the other's Miss Andrea Valdez.
Okay, so we did have,
We do have
I
two
don't know
people.
them. I don't know if they would be willing to serve on it. Did you contact them to see if they're willing?
No,
to
ma'am,
serve?
I just kind of forwarded y'all that information.
Oh, I
didn't-
don't remember seeing it, but maybe
I
you
hated
did.
to call both of them because I didn't know who the board was.
We're moving right along.
I don't know.
But this is a joint between ACCG and GMA?
Actually,
I'm
the
just looking.
cities and counties will consider folks, that's
How
correct.
time sensitive is there?
It needs to be done tonight, yes, sir. I should have brought it up last time. We didn't
So-
make that appointment
I know we
tonight.
talked, yeah, but
We had mentioned, was her name Miss
from
Linda?
this, Cohen's,
Cohen Center
we thought maybe somebody from Cohen might be,
would have,
Well, that's certainly a possibility too.
yeah.
I thought that we
You had
agreed
asked me to check and see if
contact
there's
them.
anybody.
Oh, yeah, we did, because I didn't think
yeah.
that we had anyone on.
Right.
And what would it entail? One trip for them?
It will,
One
it will be.
out of town?
Unless they make the regional appointment. And if they make the regional appointment, then they'll go to the regional committee meetings as they're held.
And who, how would they get their name in the hat? Or, how would they be appointed?
So if you remember
We're going to
the.
send them, we'll agree to send someone over.
Well, what'll happen is, if you remember, it's basically going to be, I believe it was a 18-county region formed for this area. And so every one of the counties and every one of the cities in that region submit one name.
That's what I was about to
To be
say.
considered for the board. So if you take all those cities and all those counties, there's only going to be, I believe there's 2 people appointed for the whole region. So whoever you send will just be considered by the committee, the council that's there, to be considered as an appointment. So you're making a recommendation for consideration is all it is, along with all those other cities and counties.
Where's that held at? Wasn't it in Tifton or somewhere?
I don't know if I brought that
Just,
back.
just for one trip, you may not get a.
Next one is gonna be
And then to have somebody
Appleton
go out
County
of
on
town, you have to
March
pay
the
their
26th.
Yeah, it's
Baxter.
got it right there.
Baxley, Georgia.
We need somebody with a background.
Baxley,
Yeah, we need
basically.
we need somebody with a background in behavioral health or
Would we consider,
opioid.
is she the office manager at the Cohen's Clinic? Is that her position, who we were thinking about as
I thought it
I
was.
believe she's a director.
the director?
She's
I believe she's
director,
director.
Can we
yeah.
make her the primary and then make the
Yeah,
other person
I
an
thought we did
alternate?
that. Yes, sir. Let's make her the primary if
Yeah.
she'll
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
Because I know
Glad
there'd
to.
probably be a little bit of expense in there for her travel.
And I guess that's what I was going to ask. If this is a collaboration between ACCG, which is us with the county, and then also with GMA, have we spoke to any of the other municipalities to see if they submitted any names? Because really, it's going to be a big list.
It is gonna be a big
So
list.
if we all probably submit the same name,
It is gonna be a big list, and if you remember this, we had the presentation presented by ACCG right before our last meeting.
Right.
Which was a very short time ago. So we didn't have a lot of lead time.
Right.
Basically
Before
on
it came
this.
down.
Yeah, I mean, we found out one day and I brought it to you that night. I mean, it's been a real short time.
Well, let's try that route. Let's try the,
All right.
Okay.
I have the lady at
Okay.
Coleman Center.
I agree with that.
and then we'll regroup if we have to.
Okay.
and can we double check with, Mr. Chair, can we double check with other municipalities to see if they, what names they put in? And then possibly.
Or to suggest his name.
Or suggest his name?
Suggest it, maybe.
Right.
And then suggest $1 or $2 from them?
Well, yeah.
You have not because you asked not. That's biblical.
I don't know whether, I don't know whether their expenses are gonna get paid out of the fund monies, or we didn't get any of that information.
Right.
So as far as, how their travel or what they're gonna do, we didn't get any of that information.
I just normally know when stuff
Came
comes
from
from
the
Atlanta.
state.
Take
Came
the-
from the
Let's
state?
take the first step and we'll see what comes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Lease agreement, district attorney?
This is a renewal of a lease agreement out there.
I'm sorry, you had two styles. We need to vote.
You do
an
need to
official
vote. Thank you.
You make that motion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion, we contact Ms. Linda from the Cohen Center, I believe, to see if she would serve on the ACCG,
G.O.S.A.C.
whatever,
The G.O.S.A.C.
G.O.S.A.C. appointment, if she would.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Motion second. We have Ms. Linda as our primary, then we'll have an alternate. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hands, please. All right, thank you so much.
So this is a consideration of a lease continuance really between the county and the district attorney, who then runs the child support services out of the district attorney office. And he's allowed to contract for space in order to run that state program. So this is a lease consideration renewal of 8,000 square feet at their office on E.G. Miles Parkway. It's a 12-month lease that starts July 1st of '24 and then runs through June 30th of '25. It's an annual lease for $88,524. So that's actually paid by the state in monthly installments of $73.77 back to us for use of that space, only to be used for child support services. So their DHS up there basically allows them to do that and pays that money. But the contract's actually with district attorney. And we have had one ongoing for quite a number of years.
Fully reimbursed.
Well, yes, sir. I mean, it is for them to actually pay us for the space that those agents work out of at DA. So it's welcomed revenue.
Okay, Chair, entertain a motion.
So move.
Second?
Second.
What's your second? We approve the lease agreement. DA's office. Any further discussion?
So in other words, it's the same price that we're paying previous.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, now you got me thinking, so when do?
Right.
Yeah, so
does that get
I
reviewed?
kind of asked, actually, the space was looked at last year, and the rental amount was upped. And so, I can request again that the state reconsider it. Well, I don't deal with them, but with the DA, to see if he can. Probably next year.
You have not because you asked not.
Yep.
Let's roll with it.
When have we done any type of evaluation on the square footage in that building?
As far as whether
As far as how many more people we can pile in there?
Well, I think probably one of the best guides is when the DA gave his presentation last time I remember at the budget, and he talked about moving some folks around. And so they went ahead and leased some offices in Evans and Tattnall counties. And he's reassigning his crews there that used to be out of here. I think his indication at the time was that would free up some space for him. As far as doing a projection into the future, we hadn't done that. So,
We own that property there?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
How
sir.
about the piece of property next door?
We don't own that. Yes, sir.
And
where-
every time
where
we
this-
turn around, it looks like we got to build something.
That's where the service center is. You're talking about, yeah.
I'm just saying there used to just be 2 DAs or assistant DAs out there, and now, I mean, we're really, it used to be Mike Taft and Ken Carpenter and DuPont, and now you've got more people, more caseload.
Yep.
and less money. I don't know, I'm sorry I wandered off on
No, no,
that, but I
it's
just,
fine.
I noticed the parking out there the other day, and, but that's all I got to say, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, have a discussion, right? Yes. All in favor of the motion? Thank you, sir. Talked about building, now let's talk about demolition.
Y'all remember that when we made the land acquisition for the future health department parcel, there was a residential parcel that had to be acquired as part of that. It was owned by the same folks that own that parcel. This is that. It's 106 Layton Street. That is the little road that runs down beside Zaxby's off of Highway 84. So there is an old house on it, and it needs to be removed. So we took some proposals on that. We had one proposal received. It was from Masterful Enterprise, LLC, for $36,000, which is almost exactly what we anticipated that cost to be. So Masterful has done work in the area before. They are a certified minority contractor. They met all the requirements of the minority enterprise for the project. They actually work with a team out of G.O.S.A.C that also does the asbestos removal. So that team will come in first, do the asbestos abatement, and then Masterful Enterprises will come in and tear that down and restore the site in clean order. We have a contract with Arrowwood Environmental, who's helping us with that, because then that removal has to be certified to the state, the asbestos removal. So they're handling all that for us too. So our recommendation is to go with Masterful Enterprise LLC for $36,000.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
Second.
Motion second, we go into contract with Masterful Enterprise LLC.
There you go.
$36,000 for demolition of the property, Layton Street, in preparation for our brand spanking new health department. Any
Yes,
further
sir.
discussion?
Just one, at the bottom it says NWB compliant. I'm just
Yes,
trying to.
absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
No, because I thought it was $100,000 and over, but if
Well, no,
they
that's-
compliant, that's
No,
fine.
no. That's road projects, public works projects. This is
15.
this is not technically a
Okay.
public works project, but
Okay.
we did put that requirement in there.
Kudos, thank you.
Gentry.
All in favor, show of hands, please. For demolition. All right, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Your report, sir?
The only thing really, Mr. Chairman, is we've got our planning session coming up on the 26th of this month out at the airport,
Write it down, Max.
starting at 8:30. And then the mid-year county review is the next day on the 27th. And that is at the gun club for that. I believe some of y'all are SVP'd for that. And other than that, sir, that's all I have for you.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Brown, I want to appreciate you and the staff. And whenever you meet with your department heads, please let, especially the LCRD staff know they did an outstanding job of accommodating the service on Saturday. I'm not trying to make it sad here, but we appreciate, what all they did. It worked out well and was certainly well-deserved. We kind of thought the first public event might be a gospel concert, but it was something else. But once again, it really was a blessing to the community.
Yes, sir.
Not just the family, but to the community. So please let your staff know we
I
appreciate
will. They
all the
did do a
hard work
good
they did.
job, and either way, it was a blessing that occurred in there, whether it was a gospel concert or that. It was a great service, and I told Raymond afterwards, I'm just happy that the commission and everybody allowed that gym to be completed on time for that.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, please let them know.
I will, yes, sir.
Anything else for,
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I want to take a moment to, I've already talked to Commissioner Jones, but
I'm trying not to make him sad.
he and I have had some discussion, and of course, I've known Virgil for a pretty good while, not as long as some of them, but I was in a place of business, and there was a couple of attorneys there that I didn't have any idea that they were that close, but I wanted to read something here. It says, gentleman, a chivalrous, courteous, or honorable man. He behaved like a perfect gentleman. A polite or formal way of referring to a man. Opposite her, an older gentleman sat reading. And I told Maxie earlier, that is probably the definition that I'll remember of Virgil. He was a gentleman. I'm talking about all of the time. He's gonna be missed, Maxie. And it's like I said, it'll take some time, but we're gonna help you get over this thing. And I appreciate what he did for the county and appreciate what you do. That's all I got, Mr. Chairman.
I will allow others the same opportunity since we're there.
Well, I can say always when Commissioner Jones always come before us, he said, I know I need this, but I think I can keep on getting by with this right here.
That was his speech.
And I don't want to ask for nothing more than what I need. And I've had several conversations with him over the years. And when Commissioner Jones ran for office the first time, I was one of the elected officials that was out front with him. And I stood by him then, and I stood by him until the end. What a great man that heaven has gained.
Mr. Chair, a lot of things could be said about our tax commissioner emeritus Jones, but everything has been consistent. It doesn't matter if you spoke to people here in Liberty County or people who have called from outside of the county. Everything has been consistent. From a elected official standpoint all the way to a personal relationship, he's just been the same. I made a joke the other day. Most people, whenever you think the voice of God, has always been Morgan Freeman. But if it was a number 2 choice, it would have been Virgil Jones. His voice alone, you know, just cool, calm, and collective, and just a man with little words, but words that meant a lot. So, and Commissioner Jones, we're here for you, absolutely. So, thank you.
Commissioner Maxie Jones. It was a privilege and an honor to be at your brother's funeral on Saturday. It was a beautiful service. And you and your siblings did an excellent job in reminiscing about him. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. But Virgil was always, to me, very humbled and soft-spoken. And after the words that you and your family, your siblings gave, I could see that your upbringing was utmost. And hardworking, as y'all put it, your parents were always working to provide for y'all, and that Karen took care of you. And I think she did a pretty good job.
Few switches.
I would always want Karen to be on my side, and she has been since my first campaign. And but he will truly be missed in that office, I'm sure. Even when I go in there, he always seemed to come out just to speak and say hello. So we are here for you.
Yes, I'll echo some of the sentiments. I can, you know, they say when things happen that you can remember where you were when you got that news, and I'll remember where I was at my church. We having the consecration period for Lent, and I'm sitting there. It's noonday prayer, and Diane comes in and she told me, and I mean I sat next to Maxie, and you know, I'll ask him from time to time, you know, how Virgil's doing, and you know, we always, you know, share that. But you know, we do some things here on this commission. We can, you know, make motions, and we could do certain things, and I really wish that, and you know, this won't happen, that we can contact the Webster Dictionary people, and instead of having the word gentleman in there, just put like Virgil. I mean, that that explains it. I mean, I would go over there and sit down with him sometime and talk, and he played basketball on the team with my baby brother Pete, and I would always tease him that he was a practice player. You know, that he didn't play that much in the game. But he was just a pure, the humblest person that I ever met. I mean, that I ever met. I mean, I've never met anyone as mild-mannered. I mean, even his walk, it's like he didn't even put his feet on the floor. I mean, he was just a special person. He meant a lot to this community. And I may be wrong, but I'll say it anyhow. With all the turmoil that, if you want to call it turmoil, that went on in that office, and when Virgil decided to run, a testament to how he solidified that position. And again, I may be wrong, and y'all can correct me. I don't think, not only did he, I don't think anyone ever decided that they were going to run for that office. I know he always won, but I really think that every time he did run, he was unopposed. Now that says something, you know, for a man in a countywide office, for him to come in after everything that had happened in Liberty County, and for him to just touch it and just be so calm and just calm the entire county down. I mean, it takes a special man like that. And I mean, he was a good friend to me, and he meant a lot to this county. And I'll close with this. It was kind of funny when Max Chucky was talking, and he said that he had to look at himself because of the difference between, you know, Virgil and his brothers, that, you know, that how he looked up to his baby brother, you know, that calming spirit. And I guess everybody wished that they were more like him. I mean, you know, that we had more people like him in this community. So, you know, I know I'm going to miss him. I miss that friendship and that calm spirit that he had. Thank you.
Long live the life, service, and legacy of Virgil Marcus Jones. We appreciate him. I'm not going to put you on the spot now, but if you'd like to say something, you can, but if not, I'll close it out.
I'd just like to thank everybody for the comments. It was a long journey, and everybody, y'all's wills, wishes, and prayers took us a long way as a family. Like I said, we've always been a strong, spiritual, religious, tight-knit family. But when everything happened, it still didn't, and Virgil prepared us for that moment, still didn't make it no better, didn't make it no easier. And right now, with y'all giving, you know, the well wishes where I'm happy on the outside, you know, it does little on the inside as of yet, but knowing that people care for my brother, number one, like they do, it helps to make the pain a lot more bearable. So thank everybody for y'all's well wishes, and our family appreciates it also. Thank y'all.
I'll close with this. I think that this commission, supported by this community, should consider some future naming opportunity in honor of Virgil. You know, the time will come, opportunity will come when we can consider that. So let's keep that in the back of our minds at the appropriate time, that we consider some naming opportunity for Virgil Jones and his service. All right. All for the good of the order.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Chair. Yes, sir.
You and Mr. Brown and me, we need to get together on our.
Yes, sir. We do that. Yeah. All right. Chair, take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor. Have a great evening.